Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Astro Science. So, Mercury has finally turned direct in the sign of Pisces on 7th of April 2025. It has been a very long transit of Mercury in the sign of Pisces, be it the whole transit, retrograde motion, and now it is finally direct. More 1 month to go when Mercury will finally leave the sign of Pisces on 7th of May 2025 and it will get into the sign of Aries and then it will get conjunct with Sun. During this whole transit of Mercury, previously it was getting afflicted by Rahu. Now if I look into the chart, you will see that Mercury is getting afflicted, both Mercury and Venus is getting afflicted by the presence of Rahu and Saturn. If you look into the D9 chart, the Navamsa chart, you will see a cluster of planets in the Cancer Navamsa. So Mercury is getting afflicted not only in Pisces but also in the Navamsa chart, and both are water signs. So it is directly impacting our emotions and any decision making out of impulsion, out of emotion, and that is leading to problems. In this content, I will be talking about the results for all the 12 ascendant signs, and if you really like this content, press the like button, share it to your near and dear ones, and if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon so that every time I make a new content you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation, then check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. Mercury is the planet of intellect, our speech, communication, logical thinking, perfection, criticality, our memory power, evaluation and interpretation of thoughts, how the mind works, because Mercury, Budh, is the son of Moon. Moon is mind, Mercury is intelligence. So both are connected, and both Moon and Mercury are receptive planets. That means Mercury will behave like the association it is in. At this moment, Mercury and Venus both are afflicted. At this moment I am talking, and that is the reason, since it is getting debilitated and it is also getting the influence of both Rahu and Saturn. Because if you talk about Venus, Venus itself is afflicted. Venus is definitely causing the cancellation of debilitation, but both are afflicted, both Mercury and Venus. So at this moment of time, if we take any decision out of impulsion, out of emotional something going on in our mind, out of emotion, then that can lead to problems. If we talk about spiritual significance, then Mercury is connected with Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, and Pisces is the sign which relates to large water bodies, ocean. So one of the best remedy during this particular time is worshipping Lakshmi Narayan. Mercury is also associated with Ganesh. So if you can listen or chant Ganesh Atharva Siddhs every day morning, daily, particularly during this particular transit, or this is highly necessary for the people who have any planet in the sign of Pisces, because Mercury is transiting over that planet. Or suppose in your chart you have Mercury present in Pisces, in that regards also I will say that listening or chanting Ganesh Atharva Siddhs will be highly beneficial to you. You can also chant the Buddha Bija mantra, that is also very good, I would say. Another good remedy is listening to Vishnu Sahasranam, since it is a very long chanting. So suppose if you can't chant it, then at least you can listen to it, Vishnu Sahasranam. It is very potent, highly protective, and it really creates a very protective, positive aura, not only for you but also the every members in the family. So spiritually these are very essential, because if you say for the religious scriptures also, in order to diving deep into the knowledge, wisdom of that religious scriptures, we need the intellect of Mercury. And at this moment of time, Mercury is afflicted and debilitated. So distraction of mind is very natural. So these are the things which we need to keep in mind, because this Mercury will play different kind of role for every one of us. Previously, when Mercury was retrograde, it was giving its result from the sign of Aquarius also. So this is particularly for the people who feel that okay, Mercury is retrograde, so maybe retrogression of Mercury is the cause of many problems, because normally in general sense what happens, even for the people who don't understand astrology, they will also feel that Venus is retrograde, Mercury is retrograde, so that is the reason these are the problems which are coming in my life. You may be terribly wrong, because it may happen that because of the Mercury retrograde or the Venus retrograde, many things are in order. You have to understand that, because the dignity of any planet will be decided by its position, will be decided by its influence, will be decided by the what kind of associations it is in which sign it is in which house it is in. Mercury is direct, but it is afflicted, it is in its debilitation state. Even the planet which is responsible for its cancellation of debilitation, that is Venus, even Venus is afflicted, Venus is retrograde. Now you have to understand that when Mercury was retrograde, it was giving its result from Aquarius sign. So somehow, wheresoever the sign Aquarius lies in your chart, Aquarian intelligence, that means now the person will not think by its emotion, the person will think that air element, because Aquarius is a airy sign. Pisces is a watery sign. The moment Mercury turns direct, now it has nothing to do with Aquarius. In fact, now Mercury is also getting under the clutch of Saturn. On 29th of March, when Saturn entered the sign of Pisces, you can understand that how Mercury is getting, means it is like it is getting sandwiched. From one side it is Saturn, from other side it is Rahu. So the people who are feeling, the Mercury has turned direct, now everything will be fine. And suppose something doesn't becomes correct or fine, now they will feel, oh, maybe astrology is not true, maybe astrology is false, maybe the people who talk about all these things, even they are false. I am saying all these things because every now and then, from last 2 months, when Mercury was debilitated, then Mercury turned retrograde, any social media platform, the people who are associated with astrology, even not, many things were going on, and people will feel that okay, because this thing was happening, so that is the reason of my problems in my life. Please don't get into any kind of judgment in this way, because you are not only not justifying the astrological knowledge, but also it is also creating other different kinds of karma, because astrology itself is a subject related to karma. It is not only about the destiny. Our karma will actually make the prarabdha for any birth time. Since Pisces is the last sign of the natural zodiac, it has something to do with the karmic cycle. In fact, every sign has something to do with the karmic cycle, but Pisces, since it is the one of the sign related to the moksha trikon, and it is the highest of the moksha trikon because it is the 12th house. Even the Mercurian intelligence fails to understand the Piscean energy. That is the reason Mercury turns debilitated there. Even Mercury can't understand that what's going on in Pisces. That's the reason the people who has Mercury in Pisces, normally they become very imaginative. They are like daydreamers. So they can be a very good fictional story writer. They can be a very good imaginative artist. Out of their imagination, they can think something, and they are very good artists, because Pisces is itself an artistic zodiac sign. And since we are unable to understand the energy of Pisces, what happens? This can create disorderliness, because Mercury is order, Mercury is management, and Mercury is debilitated in Pisces. So what happens? Just opposite to it. Forgetfulness, loss of memory. You keep the file in some place, and next moment you are like, oh, I have kept it. Where I kept it? I cannot recollect it. You forget the car keys. You mismanage the things and resources at home, because Mercury is earth element. Mercury is earth element, and in Vastu, what happens, whatever things are kept in house that takes space, that is actually the earth element. So you will see the house is disordered, particularly Mercury is in Pisces and Mercury is afflicted. You will see this one common thing: disorderliness, disarrangement, things are kept here and there. So you can understand that there is either in the horoscope there is some problem with related to the Mercury, or it can happen in the Vastu Mercury element is getting afflicted or the earth element is getting afflicted, particularly the southwest corner. Because when I'm talking particularly with regard the astrology and the cosmic energies with respect to Vastu, then you will see southwest corner, that is the earth element, is getting afflicted. And then what happens? There is no clarity in thought, forgetfulness, instability. So these are the things which can be seen in and around, particularly during this particular transit, and you don't need to look here and there. You can check it within yourself, you can check it within the nature, behavior, actions of the people living in and around you. You will understand that maybe somehow this transit is getting into their mind, into their thoughts, and getting reflected by their words, getting reflected by their actions. Now let us talk about all the 12 ascendant signs. Check it with respect to your ascendant signs only. Don't check it with your moon signs, particularly this transit. Check it with your ascendant signs only. Okay. For the Aries ascendant people, I can see that miscommunications, particularly with the close peoples and also with the colleagues, co-workers, and at the office environment. There are chances of travels, but expenditures related to travels will increase. Take extreme care regarding your health or the family members. There will be increase in any kind of health related expenditures if not taken care of your health, because 12th house for the Aries ascendant has the sign of Pisces, and 12th house relates to hospitals, medical expenditures. Mercury also signifies finances, so during this particular time you need to be very careful regarding your budget management. There can be miscommunications with your partner also during this particular time. Since it is the 12th house and Mercury is debilitated, so I will say that there should be a proper demarcation line between the efforts you are putting and how much time you are taking out for your own isolation and solitude. More you spend time with yoga, exercises, and some time in isolation and solitude, more your mind will be at peace, more there will be clarity in your work. Don't take any decision out of emotion and impulsion, particularly related to at your work or at anything, any new kind of work, new kind of projects, or any actions you are taking regarding your talent, regarding your hobbies, or regarding any kind of communications, because there is a chance of miscommunications between you and the close peoples. For the Taurus ascendant people, Mercury has something to do with your finances. It is happening in the 11th house, this transit of Mercury. So the person who are associated with media, art, artistic abilities, creativity, communications, journalism, and any kind of work where you need to communicate with other people, multiple people, in those kind of works, this transit of Mercury will be highly beneficial to you. But since the transit of Mercury in the sign of Pisces is a very long transit, and Mercury rules your finances, your investment abilities, your family values, your family money, savings. So I can see difficulties with respect to finances, particularly the people who are associated with any kind of entrepreneurship, business, startups. So you need to be very careful regarding your budget management, your finances, your priorities. Focus on your expenditures. Anything which is not required, don't go for it right now. Don't make any emotional decisions, because it is not a normal transit of Mercury. Mercury has been in this transit since long time, and next one more month to go. So I can see improvement in work, but yes, finances will be rectified slowly. So during this particular time, particularly at your work, when you are connecting with multiple people, make sure that you choose right person in your life during this particular time, because there is a chance of mismanagement of resources. There is a chance that you might get betrayed by some close people, because the influence of Rahu and Saturn, they are affecting Mercury, correct? During this particular time, whatever you say, don't share any kind of secrets, because your words might get misinterpreted among the close people, among the close circle, and in the network circle. So that's it for the Taurus ascendant people. In the love and relationship part, I would say Mercury, since it is your fifth lord and it is aspecting the fifth house, don't be emotional to get into a new relationship, particularly if you are thinking to get into a new relationship. In personal life also, I will say that your decision making has to be backed by proper intelligence. If you are not sure about something, don't get into it. If you are already in some kind of relationship, I would say that during this particular time, open conversations will be giving you more better results. Okay, so that's it for the Taurus ascendant people. For the Gemini ascendant people, this is a time when you will get lot of responsibilities on your way, lot of duties, which even you may feel that I'm not expecting that much. You may feel that these things I have to do, but I'm not ready for it, and yet I have to do. So this might also lead to conflict between you and your boss, and you may feel that I'm getting bounded by my work. So overindulgence in work or getting over associated with working environment can disturb the peace of mind, health. So try to bring balance between your personal life, your happiness, family life, and your work life. Work and family life will be in such a dilemma that at some time you may feel that you are not getting even time to spend some precious moments with your family, particularly home, the people who live with you in your home. They may feel that you are too busy. So any duty, responsibility regarding your home might get neglected during this particular time. You will feel that if you are not performing well at work, it is impacting your reputation, it is impacting your fame, your name. So during this particular time, you need to make up some proper plans and work on it one by one. Don't make long term plans, short term plans, and then work on it slowly, one by one. Take time and then work on it. For the Cancer ascendant people, the direct motion of Mercury indicates that you need to be careful regarding the health of your father. Improvement in bonding between you and your father is indicated. Spiritual studies, religious studies are indicated. Long distance travels with respect to education is also indicated, but expenditures with respect to travels and education are also seen. There is also chance that you might undergo some wrong decisions with respect to all these matters. So suppose if you are making some future plans, it should be backed by proper wisdom and intelligence, particularly related to your education or anything which can shape your career and profession, because I can also see that change in profession, change in work, change in projects. There can be a very stubborn nature with respect to belief system, with respect to religious ideas, and that can lead to miscommunication, that can lead to arguments between you and your anyone from your daily contacts or close people. If you are starting a new project or any new work, there can be delays, or you might feel that you are not getting enough good results which you normally expect to get it. Short travels can be seen, but there will be some expenditures related to that, extra expenditures. So these are the things needs to be taken care of for the Cancer ascendant people. For the Leo ascendant people, the transit of Mercury, the direct motion of Mercury indicates that You need to be very careful regarding your finances, your family matters, because Mercury rules your 11th house, Mercury rules your second house, and since it is transiting in the 8th house, so what is happening right now is that there can be some difficulties, particularly with respect to your gains and savings. Now this becomes more important for the people who are into business, who are into regular jobs. For them I will say that there can be chances that if you are not properly working in your designation, there can be problems with your work, there can be problems with your seniors, or you might feel that you are not getting cooperation from them. Unnecessarily they are creating troubles for you. You might feel like that. There is a chance that from the close people, from the close friends, you are not getting support, or you may also feel that at the time when you need their support most, they are not even listening to you, or they are not even taking care of you. So this might seem as a type of betrayal. So you may feel that now I know the true nature of those people. Try to focus on priorities, try to save the money. Unnecessary expenditures has to be stopped during this particular time, and particularly any matter related to joint assets, where you are associating any resources, money or something with you and your partner, those things will be under the scanner. There can be conflicts or problems regarding that. So I would say avoid any kind of new collaborations during this transit of Mercury in Pisces, particularly if you are associated professionally in business, in partnerships. In personal life, try to bring open communication and clarity between you, your partner and in-laws. In the personal life I'm talking about. If you are not into any kind of partnership, if you are not into any kind of like be it professionally, be it personally, if you are a person who will say that I am not into this kind of relationship or partnership, for them I will say that during this particular time focus mainly on finances, focus mainly on your health and your decision making related to your work. Health matter related to nervous system, speech, face, reproductive organs, these things. If you have any kind of issues regarding this, then these are the areas where you need to be more careful because of this transit of Mercury through the sign of Pisces. For the Virgo ascendant people, Mercury will be impacting your relationship and partnership. So particularly if you are into new any kind of professional partnership or collaboration or any kind of business, try to bring clarity in conversations. If there is any kind of dispute or conflict, sit and talk with your partner openly. Try to clear each and every problems. There is a no space for ego, or else the problems will increase day by day. In personal areas also, particularly if you are in a relationship, personal relationship I'm talking about, with your partner, sit and have a proper clarity, proper open conversation, or else the problems might increase, because in your 7th house the malefics are also present. So Venus, Mercury both are afflicted in the 7th house of your partnership. So it is a very important time that you have a very open conversation with your partner. For the people who are self-employed, you are entrepreneur, you are starting something, you are working something on your own, this direct motion of Mercury is beneficial for them. Since Mercury is a Lagna lord and Mercury is looking onto your first house, so this is also a time that you need to improve your own health, your own personality, before you take any decision or you jump into a conclusion. It should be backed by proper knowledge, intelligence and wisdom. If you are not sure about something, don't come to the conclusion. Okay. For the Libra ascendant people, you might feel that you are getting into any kind of work, or you are bounded by any kind of responsibility or duty in your day-to-day life which should be done, which must be followed, but you are not ready for it. So this might create some kind of mental anxiety in your day-to-day life, or you may feel that give me some time and I will work on it. But since it is the 6th house where the transit is happening, so somehow it is indicating hard work, struggle. So I will say overindulgence in your activities, overindulgence in your work can create restlessness, can actually drain off your energies. So you must always take off some time for your own self. Have proper rest, because I can see there can be restlessness, there can be depletion of sleep. Many matters related to your that is very personal matters. It can be related to your something which is very near and dear to you. Those things can actually impact you during this particular time. You might also feel that I'm doing so much work but I'm not getting the benefit of my fortune, because it indicates that you have to do the hard work and then the results will be in front of you. If you feel that I will work when the good days will come, I'm very sorry to say, then you have to wait a long time. Since it is the 6th house, so slow work. Initially you may feel that I am getting bounded to it, but slowly do the work and you will reap the good results of it. But yes, definitely take care of your health. In order to improve the health, you can do regular exercises, yoga, and maintain a proper positive mindfulness with regards to your health. That will be beneficial for the Libra ascendant people. For the Scorpio ascendant people, the Mercury transit and the direct motion of Mercury indicates that the people who are associated with art, creativity, media, communication, and where artistic intelligence, artistic knowledge is associated, for them this transit of Mercury is highly beneficial. But yes, you have to understand that you should not get too much greedy regarding money, income, gains, and do not get into any kind of shortcuts. That okay, I want that, so let me take that path, because it might get into losses. So avoid anything related to speculation. Particularly look out for your money management, your priorities, and your expenditures, budget management. You might also feel that your day-to-day decision making, whatever you think, it is not getting manifested in reality. Or you may feel that even if I do so much homework, still I am unable to make the right things in right order in real life. So there can be forgetfulness, disorderliness. So make short-term plannings and then go ahead. You might also get worried regarding the decision making of your children, but be more kind and humble to them. Try to understand, and slowly and gradually the open conversations with them will be highly beneficial, not to you but to them also, both of you. Okay. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, this is happening in the 4th house of happiness, mental peace. So what I can see is that there can be mental anxiety, there can be miscommunications between you and your very close, near and dear ones, particularly the people with whom you live in. You need to be very careful regarding the health of your mother and any responsibilities regarding home, homely matters, domestic matters. This is a high time when you should take up the duties and responsibilities at your working environment also. What I can see that laziness, lethargy can disturb the work, can disturb the working process. You might feel that okay, later on I will do it. So this kind of mentality can disturb the work, and that can also create problems at your working environment. The conflicts between you and your superiors might increase. So make short-term plans, work on it one by one, and slowly the results will be in your benefits, because when Mercury comes out of Pisces, it will enter your 5th house, and when it enters your 5th house, then you will feel that okay, because 5th house is Aries, the sign of Aries, it's a fiery sign. So then Mercury will give you the proper intelligence. Okay, what's next? how can I make the work more creative? So for that, now slowly and gradually you have to start the procedures. Okay, don't get too much lazy and lethargic, because that can actually create an anxiety at the mental level, because you may feel that even if I am not working, but still so much work has to be done. Oh, when will I do, when I do? So this kind of feelings, work on it. For the Capricorn ascendant people, it is happening in the third house. You need to be very careful regarding your communication and communication skills, your speech, whatever you are sharing with your close circles, with your friend circles, because it might get circulated socially among the your network groups, among the social media. So your words, your expressions, your thoughts might get misinterpreted. There are short travels seen, particularly regarding the religious views or regarding your belief system. Don't get too much stubborn while you are communicating with others. With regards to travels, if I say that travels are seen, but there can be expenditures regarding that, so you need to manage your finances also properly. Any new work which you were feeling that okay, when should I start it, this is a time when, if you start any new work, if you are focusing on your efforts, you will be getting benefits out of it. Slowly and gradually we'll see that okay, it is giving you good results. With regards to your co-workers, colleagues, there can be not conflicts, but yes, you may feel that you are not getting enough support from them. So it is about all you and you. So focus on your own confidence, focus on your own intellect, your own knowledge, and then work ahead. You will get good results out of it. So that's it for the Capricorn ascendant people. For the Aquarius ascendant people, it is happening in the second house of family. So at the family level, because so much malefic influences are there in the second house, so you need to be very careful regarding how you communicate, how you manage the family matters, particularly with respect to the elders of the family. Try to avoid any miscommunications, because open conversations and bringing out clarity, particularly regarding what you say, your speech. Don't get too much rude. Try to be a bit more kind and humble, and then communicate and get into open conversations. Things will be much more easier. If I talk about finances, then this transit is very essential with respect to your finances. Make sure that you don't get into any kind of expenditures which are not actually required. Out of impulsion, out of emotion, don't get into any kind of expenditures, because it may later on you might feel that it was not required at all. Basically it is a loss, because Mercury is debilitated. Mercury is not thinking clearly. During this particular time, try to try to take any debts, or even giving loan to someone else, because later on you may feel that you are getting difficulty in recovering the money back or repaying the loan back. Any matter related to nervous system, any matter related to face, skin, teeth, these things has to be taken care of during this transit. You might also be very worried regarding the work action of your children. Don't hurry regarding any kind of decision making in day-to-day life. Particularly try to avoid any work related to speculation or any decision related to speculation. In interpersonal relationships, there can be misunderstandings. Sit and talk. Things will be better. For the Pisces ascendant people, this is happening in the first house. This is the most important transit for the Pisces ascendant people. You have to work on bringing punctuality, discipline, orderliness in your life. This is what this transit of Mercury is challenging you. There can be forgetful nature. There can be disarrangement of resources, disarrangement in day-to-day life, in your decision making. you might take emotional decisions which is not backed by intelligence, which is not backed by wisdom, and later on you might face problems. So don't make any promises which you feel that okay, this might not be kept by me, or which is very difficult to keep or follow. Mercury will be also impacting your relationships here, because Mercury rules your 7th house. So you have to be very careful regarding the health of your partner during this particular time, this transit. There can be conflicts, but yes, you might feel that your partner is getting emotional, anxious on certain things, and that is impacting you. So have a proper conversation between you and your partner, proper communications, that will be better. At the family matters also, at the family front also, I can see that certain responsibilities are there which needs to be taken care of, because Saturn's impact. Mercury is your 4th lord. So these are the things which needs to be taken care of for the Pisces ascendant people. So that's it from my side. I hope you have liked this video. If you have liked this video, press the like button and share it to your near and dear ones. So next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some another interesting content. So till then, I'm signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.